everyone, and welcome to Auto Flowering Cannabis Seeds. In today's video we're going to be learning how to mix up the Jack's 3-2-1 nutrients, and we're going to use I use a hydroponics deep water culture system, so that's what I'm going to be showing how to mix for today. This is a 5-gallon bucket. And the Jack's uses 3 different parts. Here's part 1, or part A as they call it, which is the 5-12-26. The next one is the Epsom salt, and the last one is the calcium nitrate. So we're going to mix the 3 of these together. There is an order on how to do it, and I'm going to show you that right now. First thing I'm going to do is put some warm water into this bucket, let that start filling up, and while I'm doing that I use a teaspoon to measure out. You could do it by weight, but I've already done this so many times and I've already gotten the system down. So the first one we're going to mix in is this. I like to get a heaping teaspoon of this for about 4 gallons of water. So get a heaping teaspoon, drop that in, and go ahead and stir that. Now you want it to be dissolved before you go ahead. I'm just closing my water off because there's enough in there. I only put warm water in to dissolve the first 2 parts of the mix, and once those are dissolved I fill the rest up with cold water. So go ahead and just mix that until it's dissolved. While that is dissolving, I'll mix in the Epsom salt, and for the Epsom salt I use less than half a teaspoon. This is still a teaspoon. I only use 1 measure. I'm just lazy like that. So I use less than half a teaspoon and just drop that in. With these measurements I get about a 1.6 to 1.7 on my TDS meter, and you definitely need one of these if you're doing any kind of hydroponics. This way you can measure how much nutrients are in your solution, and also the pH. This one does both pH and TDS, which is really helpful. So go ahead and mix that in. I'm going to start filling it up more with some cold water now, and just keep stirring it up. It does take a while to dissolve, so be patient and don't rush it. And just let me give you a view in the bucket. You can see that you do not see the the pellets in there anymore, so they have dissolved. And now we can go ahead and mix in our 3rd part. I'm just going to move you back here a minute. And the 3rd part is the calcium nitrate. This one I use a little less than a tea, so the way I do it is just scoop it in there, give it a shake, and pull it out, and that's right about level. Sometimes I use a little less depending, and then you just go ahead and drop that in. Check on your water level, make sure it's good, you're not getting too much in there, and then I'll just shut that water off. Give this some mix, some stirs, and we are almost 100% ready to go with this. Since I am using deep water culture, I use air stones in my buckets, and I have this 4-inch disc. You can see that it's all mixed in now. The water is completely clear, and that's exactly what you want to see. So just drop that in there, and then I have holes that I drilled in these buckets to run the air lines out. Okay, there we go. That's all set up now. That's all ready to go. Let's just give it a quick test. I do have filtered water, so I don't have to worry about chlorine in there or anything. So for deep water culture, you want about 5.7 or 5.8, 5.9, somewhere in that zone. Right now I'm at 5.6, which is fine for me. As far as the pH goes, let's just test the nutrient level. Yeah, I'm at 1.85. You could continue to dilute this if you want. I'm actually just going to use this as is. Let me see if you can see the meter. There we go. Now you can see the meter. So yeah, I'm about at 1.8 or so, which is perfect. My plants really like it there. And for the pH, so you can see the pH. Right now it's at 5.4. Just give it some stirs. Sometimes it doesn't completely. So I'm at about 5.4 now. So either I could add more water to this to balance it out, or use some pH up, which is probably what I'm going to do. Now just take your old plant out, put your new plant in. Now just take the plant out, change out the buckets, and you're good to go.